Yes. My name's Devan Charles Anthony Duranwernet. I'm a corporal here, training non-commissioned officer at H&S Company, 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, stationed in Okinawa, Japan. And I am from North Charleston, South Carolina. Graduated high school from Fort Dorchester High School.
What inspired you to join the Marines?
So what inspired me to join the Marine Corps was it was just something different from what all my friends were doing back home, what my family has done. Plenty of Air Force, Army, and Navy when I was growing up. So kind of just want to go Marine Corps just to be different and challenge myself.
How long have you been stationed in Okinawa?
I've been stationed in Okinawa, Japan for about 2.5 years.
Could you tell us more about the incident with the Airman? How did your training come into play to save his life?
The incident involving the Airman, it was a motorcycle accident. He came around a corner a little too hard, just wrecked his motorcycle, injured pretty bad. And what came into play was a lot of our training, going from combat lifesaver and just like instincts kind of took over. Everyone there that day kind of knew what their role was, what they had to do. Nobody was standing around waiting to do something. Somebody was always doing something, rather it have been calling the PMO or calling Japanese police at the same time. So everybody kind of just played their own part in helping this guy.
If you could offer one message to young people hoping to join the armed services, what would it be?
A message I would pass on to young people looking to join the armed forces would be challenge yourself, put yourself out there. Maybe you might not have a plan of what you're going to do right after high school, or you just want to join for the 4 years and get an education or so. Put your best foot forward. Try something you didn't think was possible. I've enjoyed close to 4 years now, my time out here. I wouldn't change a day.
Could you tell us a little about yourself?
Yes, my name is Corporal Duranwernet here at 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion, H&S Company. I was born in North Charleston, South Carolina, and went to high school at Fort Dorchester.
What inspired you to join the Marine Corps?
What inspired me to join the Marine Corps was I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to be different from what I was growing up with. There was a lot of Navy, Air Force, Army, and friends and family when I was growing up, and I just wanted to do something different.
How long have you been stationed in Okinawa?
I've been stationed in Okinawa for about 2.5 years now.
Could you tell us more about the incident with the Airman and how your training came into play to save his life?
Yes, so the incident involving the Airman, it was one of those situations that was kind of just happened out of nowhere. Everybody knew what to do when it happened. Nobody was standing around. Whether it had been calling the police, calling the local police, military police. Somebody was attending to the Airman himself. We had to, evaluate the situation by checking his wounds and stuff, making sure he stayed calm the whole time. Somebody was holding his neck, other person was, cutting his pants to, evaluate what happened. So it was cool to see everybody work together. A bunch of random service members just getting together and completing one task. It was very cool, very awesome to see. At the end of the day, everybody was, nobody was seriously injured. It was a good turnout.
And how did your training come into play?
So our training came into play, how we were able to calm him down the way we did and stabilize his body, keep him from going into shock or anything, and further damaging any of his wounds that he had. So in the long run, that really helped his recovery process too.
If you could offer one message to young people hoping to join the armed services, which would it be?
It would be to challenge yourself, put yourself out there. If you think something's not possible, do it. For me, it was joining Marine Corps. I thought it was going to be a big challenge, so I took it. I was all about challenges growing up, never quit. So if I could say one thing, it would be don't give up, keep your chin up, put your best foot forward and keep moving on.
Could you tell us more about the incident with the Airman and how your training came into play to save his life?
So the incident with the Airman, it was one of those situations that played out by itself. It was instinct for a lot of us to do what we were trained to do, and a lot of that training, we do combat life-saving. We run through courses, and it's kind of just instinct. The way we were able to stabilize the Airman after the accident and stuff and keep him from going into any shock. Somebody was attending to his wounds, making sure he didn't move, further injure himself. And in the long run, it helped him in his recovery process. And after speaking to him, he had thanked us a lot.
What inspired you to join the Marine Corps?
What inspired me to join the Marine Corps was the challenge itself. Growing up, I was always about challenges, and everyone always heard, like, Marine Corps is the hardest, toughest branch out there. So that right there is what set all the other branches apart for me. I wanted that challenge, and joining the Marine Corps was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Could you tell us about yourself?
My name is Corporal Duranwernet here at 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion. I'm a training non-commissioned officer here at H&S Company. I was born and raised in North Charleston, South Carolina, went to Fort Dorchester High School.